everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Hope, and for today's video, I am going to be reading your guys' scariest paranormal experiences. I had you send them to me on Instagram and Twitter, and yeah, I'm just going to read them and react to them. So let's just, jump right on into this. My first story comes from Madison on Instagram. She says, "So I grew up in a haunted house where I used to live, and on Friday the 13th at about 3 a.m., no joke, something terrifying happened. I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I woke up to what I thought was my mom calling my name. I went downstairs to my parents' bedroom on the other side of the house. Both of them were fast asleep, and I was already freaked out. Then I walked through the kitchen to go back to my room upstairs. I think she meant in front of the kitchen is where a bathroom, my back door, and the basement all were. As I was walking back to my room, I saw that the basement light was on and the door was open, which was very unusual for 3 in the morning. I went to go check it out, and all of a sudden the light turned off and the door slammed shut right in my face, and I got really cold. I ran back to my room and could not fall asleep that night. Also, later on when we were taking Christmas pictures, we noticed a face on the wall in the background of a photo. P.S. I love you so much. I love you too. But, oh my god, that's horrifying, and you were 7 or 8 years old. How did you react to that? How did you react to the door being slammed in your face? Because I think I personally would have probably started screaming and crying like a little bitch. I would have lost my mind. This one comes from Paige on Instagram, and it is very straight to the point. One time I was scrolling through Insta and my blind flew up out of nowhere, and it scared me shitless. Honestly, I think it would have done the same to me. I think I probably would have had a heart attack. So, go you. But yeah, that's also, how would that even happen? Weird. So this is from another person on Instagram. They say, "Hi Hope, just wanted to share some of my personal scary stories. In 2018, I was spending the summer with my parents at my aunt and uncle's home. It was about 3 to 4 a.m. when the air conditioning turned off, so my brother and dad went into the basement to sleep. It was colder in the basement. I was sleeping in my cousin's old room, and right as I was about to fall asleep, I heard a loud hiss or whisper right next to my ear. I shot awake in shock. At the time, there was a fan in the room, but it couldn't have been that. This was right next to my ear. It did scare me as a kid, and when I told my parents, they brushed it off. However, while sleeping in my other cousin's room, my mother had felt someone walking around the bed, and even a male presence sit on her bed next to her at one point. We are genuinely unsure if my aunt's house is haunted, but we've had some interesting cases in the home almost every time we visit." That is so scary. And I mean, you can't even question if it's haunted or not. It definitely is. You guys both had experiences, and if even more people had experiences, I feel like that says everything. But it's 100% haunted. There's no question there. They continue and they say, "Unfortunately, I've had some experiences in my own home. At the beginning of spring 2019, my room was being painted and the carpet was being pulled out, so I was staying in my guest room, which is next to my room. At the time I was staying in the room, I had never had sleep paralysis, but after I moved into the room, I began to struggle with it quite often. In my dreams, I would find myself walking around my own home seeing these strange creatures. As an artist, I decided to draw some of them. One of these creatures was a woman. I was having an episode of sleep paralysis one night, and I was aware of my surroundings. I felt someone's breathing very heavily over my face. And when I opened my eyes, all I saw was an old, disheveled woman with gray skin and wide, white eyes, with key-like fingers and a black, droopy dress. Naturally, in the morning, I drew what I had seen. I have also often heard men speaking or mumbling in my parents' bedroom, but when I open the door, nothing is there. I've also caught myself seeing shadow-like figures run across the side of my vision at times. I've also caught 1 or 2 orbs in my room, and my cats will often stare at nothing in midday. I'll always bring it up to my parents. Unfortunately, they don't believe me." That's horrifying, and I'm sorry that your parents don't believe you. That must be super fucking frustrating. I know in my old house I had a bunch of paranormal experiences as well, and I would tell my mom about it, and she never ever believed me, and I would get so mad because, like, it was so real to me, but she just didn't care and didn't believe me. So, like, I believe you. I fully believe you. Send me some pictures of the drawings, because that would be really cool to see. But, yeah, that's insane and so scary. Like, that, like, old woman. Oh my god, girl. Damn. Okay, this one comes from Haley. Hi, this is my paranormal story. So my grandpa is super big on singing bowls, crystals, etc. At his house, he had about 15 singing bowls, which I'll send a picture of what they look like. And he also had some really cool crystals and a flute. So before he passed away, we went to his house to see if we could find anything that was important or stuff we wanted. And that's where we got the bowls. We put them in our basement because we didn't really know how to use them yet. This experience happened like a month after he passed away. One night when I was just about to fall asleep, I heard the sound of the singing bowl getting louder and louder, and I was like, what the hell? So I called my mom into my room to see if she could hear it too. As soon as she stepped foot in my room, the noise just stopped. So I believe it was my grandpa kind of telling me, hey, I'm here. Oh, that's actually really sweet, and that's 100% what it is. He was letting you know that he's there and watching over you. That is so sweet. I really like that story a lot. Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, that was 100% him being like, hey, what's up, girl? How's it going? Alright, and this one is from Hadley. She said, I have a 3-story house which has the main level, kitchen, living room, and dining room, and I live upstairs, which means I have to go downstairs if I want to get something to eat at night. I have a very open floor plan. When I'm still on the stairs, I can see all of the main floor. Well, one night I was walking down the stairs because I needed a little 4 a.m. snack, and I saw something/someone sitting at the bar. I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, hey Frank, that's what I've started calling whatever lives in my house. The next thing I know is a pillow is flung from the living room to the kitchen right past my head. I pretty much ran upstairs after that, and now I don't go downstairs at night unless I'm on the phone with someone. Rightfully so. I wouldn't be going downstairs at all unless I had someone with me, not even on the phone, but physically there with me. You would not catch me. I would be putting a fucking mini fridge and microwave in my room. No thank you, ma'am. No thank you. And this one is from Maya, or Maya. I'm not exactly sure how to say it. I apologize if I got that wrong. But she says, okay, so one night I was laying in bed and nothing seemed off and everything was fine. But then I saw my hoodie sleeve move a bit and nobody was there. Then about 2 weeks later, I was in bed again and I felt something touch my head, like knock on it. And it felt like the knock came from the wall behind me. You need to get some sage and some holy water and just fucking sage your whole house. Get that shit out of there. No, thank you. No, no, no. Not allowed here. And also, for all of these stories, if it's like something you don't want in your house, tell them to get out. But like, in an assertive but nice way. You know what I mean? You have to be like, hello, please get out of my house. Thank you. This one comes from Kylie. I was at my grandparents' house and I was sitting on the computer doing my work, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw something hunched over, all black with red eyes and long fingers. I looked at it and it took off really fucking fast. As I got older, my aunt told me she saw the same exact thing when she was younger, but when she saw it, the black thing was crawling into my grandma's room. Still scared me to this day and scared me whenever I go over to her house. Yeah, I think you have every right to be scared by that. That's fucking horrifying. And again, get some sage, get some fucking holy water, fucking sage that shit. Let it know that it is not welcome there. Get it out. No, no, no. Absolutely not. This is from Alexis. She says, there was a time when I was 8 or 9 and I was in the bath. The lights started flickering. I look out the door and no one was there. I look back and there's a man in a black, bloody suit standing beside me. Later that night, I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a lady in a bloody wedding dress standing in the corner of my room. It wasn't fun. I didn't sleep for a week after that. Girl, I don't blame you. I wouldn't have slept for years after that. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? That is so scary. That's fucking horrifying. This story comes from Brianna or Brianna. I'm not sure how to say it. I apologize. But she says, I spent the night at my mom's. My dad, stepdad, and grandpa were all out of town working. I was sitting in the kitchen eating while my mom was outside mowing the lawn. I heard banging on the side of the house and I looked back towards my youngest sister's room and I saw a black figure walk into her room. I ran out of the house screaming for my mom. I explained to her what happened. After a while, I calmed down and decided to help my youngest sister clean her room. As I was cleaning beside the bed, I found like a ball of hair, human hair, which was brown and all of our hair was black. We looked around thinking maybe the dog tore up a Barbie doll or something. We found nothing. Later that night, around 10:30, we got ready for bed. I slept with my mom that night. As we were trying to go to sleep, we heard a man snoring. Remind you, all of the men were out of town working. We still have no explanation to this day. No. No. Just no. That's just no. This is from Faith on Twitter. She says, so when I was a baby, my mom told me I never liked to sleep in my own room or be in there alone. She said every time I was put in my room, I would either hide or cry. I don't remember any of this. But one day she was doing the dishes and she said she saw an image reaching down to touch through the reflection of a mirror. But when she turned around, there was nothing there. Don't like that. No, thank you. For me personally in college, my room was in front of a cemetery. We knew the dorms were old, but didn't know which were older, the building or the cemetery. Anyway, on one of the bricks in our living room, my roommate and I found a name carved into the bricks and decided we would joke around and say our room was haunted by Lee, the name on the brick. But after that, weird shit started happening. We would hear knocks from inside the linen closet that was in our living room through our bedroom. My roommate thought it was me trying to scare her, which I did often, but I was in class that time. Besides that, my roommate and I were getting ready at our desks, which are located in the living room. Her desk was on the brick wall next to the door, and mine was across the room near the window. There's a good 12 to 15 feet or more between us, but we both heard gasping behind us. I turned around first to ask if she's okay, and she goes, yeah, but I was about to ask you the same thing. We both explained in detail what the other heard. It was so creepy. After that, we would spontaneously hear things fall and hit the wall. I got it on video once too. Girl, send that video, because that is absolutely insane. I don't even know like what I would do in half of these situations other than like panic and scream and run away. But I think I will end this video talking about one of my personal paranormal experiences. The house that I grew up in, I no longer live there. I haven't lived there in a long time. But the house that I grew up in was super, super haunted. I always said it was haunted by a little girl and an older woman. And the little girl was nice, but the older woman was not. And I think one of the like scariest experiences for me was when I was home alone. I was probably like, I want to say 13 to 15 probably. I'm sitting there on my couch watching TV, having a good old time. And then all of a sudden, as I'm sitting there, it feels like someone just grabs a chunk of my hair, like on the back of my head like this, like a nice chunk of hair, and just yanks it, like enough to where my body went with it. And again, I was home alone. No one was around. There was nothing for my hair to get caught on. I was just laying on the couch watching TV. But my hair got yanked. And in that house, I would always wake up with scratches all over me. We got an EVP from in that house before. My friends saw figures. We all saw figures. We heard and felt stuff. I could go on for days about the stories from that house specifically. Not even like all of my paranormal experiences, but just from that house I could go on for days with stories. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know and I will absolutely do that. But that is it for this video. If you guys liked it, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and turn on my post notifications so you never miss a post. Follow me on all of my social media in the description below as well. And again, I make resin pieces, as you can see here. If you guys want to purchase any of them, if you just want to go check them out and follow my Depop and support me and just follow and like all of my stuff, or share it, that is totally fine as well. I understand that money is tough right now because of the stuff going on, but the link to my Depop will be in the description below as well. So please, please, please go check that out. I've been posting TikToks with my resin stuff as well, so please go and support that as well. Again, even just you sharing it or liking and commenting helps out a lot, so please, please, please go and do that. But that is it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!